I'm joining a line here also, a plane rather, here also. It's all multi-dimensionally, so it's a vector. All of these are vectors. ये data points जो है वो vectors हैं, multi-dimensional space में. And then I'm also joining some of the points here, the blue points here. Which are these red points that I'm joining, and which are these blue points that I'm joining? These are the ones which are nearest to the plane of separation. Plausible, remember, it's a plausible plane of separation. Nearest, closest to it, closest to the decision boundary. अब इनके बीच में कोई और data point नहीं है, न negative न positive. There's no other data point between in this region. This is called the margin of separation. And the whole idea of finding this plane is to maximize the margin of separation. Yani the minimum distance from, and these vectors, these special vectors are called support vectors. So ye blue points and the red points which are closest to the decision boundary, and the entire point of optimization here is to maximize the margin of separation. And these are called the support vectors. So यहाँ पहली बार we are focusing on a few points. We are not focusing on all the points. We are focusing on the points which are closest to this margin of separation and trying to maximize the distance here. ओके तो ये जो पॉइंट्स हैं बनते जाते हैं सब. सो आवर आइडिया इज टू फाइंड आउट विच आर दी सपोर्ट पॉइंट्स. कौन से वो सपोर्ट पॉइंट्स हैं एंड हाउ टू चूज दिस बिकॉज दे आर गोइंग टू सपोर्ट द प्लेन ऑफ सेपरेशन. These support vectors are going to are going to determine which will be this plane of separation, and the optimization process will try to maximize the margin of separation. ठीक है तो इनको कहा जाता है support vectors. So that's why the name support vector machines. Okay, so it does separate the positive examples from the negative examples, and the effort is to maximize the margin of separation. Okay, so with that introduction,
Ma'am, what, ma'am, suppose we have the decision surface which is a curved line. So, ma'am, now the what do we say, the formula of the curved line, ma'am, that will be complex, ma'am. But if instead of that I draw a straight line, and ma'am, that straight line will also separate the two positive and the negative points. So, ma'am, won't
हाँ
that
हाँ.
be better?
See, it is linear when we say also SVM is also a linear classifier. So it again, once again, remember what we did in linear regression. It's linear with respect to the W's. You
Yes,
may
ma'am.
make the x's to be squares or whatever. In fact, होता भी है. बाद में जाके वही होगा. But
Okay.
it's linear with respect to the W's.
Okay, ma'am.
Feature space में जो ये plane ultimately आके बनेगा, it may have all those quadratic terms. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
तो now we will go through the main ideas of the support vector machine. It can be used for classification or regression, though we are talking about classification. Regression भी हो सकता है. Second is it outputs an optimum hyperplane to separate the positive and negative training examples, and in fact to maximize this margin of separation. It formalizes the notion of the best linear separator. So it's a linear separator. And the best linear separator जिसमें distance between positive and negative examples are maximized. Okay, this is an interesting point about SVM. तो हमने अभी तक देखा कि नॉन लीनियर सेपरेबल एंड लीनियर सेपरेबल अगर स्पेसेस हो, how the CNN does it. CNN needs hidden layers to handle such things. Regressor, linear regressor or logistic regressor will require polynomial terms and things like that. ठीक है? To classify the non-linearly separable and from the linearly separable data. This one has an interesting take. What it does is, अगर non-linearly separable data है, it simply projects it onto a multi-dimensional, a higher dimensional space. इसका मतलब वो और spaces और dimensions तैयार करता है. जो डायमेंशन ऑलरेडी है, मान लो 2 डायमेंशन है, x1 एंड x2, 2 फीचर्स हैं. Now it will try to combine these features in a certain way कि और भी नए dimensions बन जाए and एक multi dimensional space बन जाए. Now when data points are projected from low dimensional space to high dimensional space, then they become linearly separable. अगर वो non linearly separable dimensional तो they become linearly separable. So SVM does it that way कि अगर नॉन लीनियरली सेपरेबल डेटा है, जस्ट इंक्रीज द dimensionality. So when you convert it into high dimensional space, feature space or combination of feature space, then it becomes linearly separable. So this is another interesting thing. So एक optimal hyperplane. Secondly, how it converts, how it handles non-linearly separable data is interesting. Okay. And note how non-linearly separable data is handled in CNN or in logistic regression. And note how it is done here. So since those are curve fitting techniques, so you must discover those non-linearities within the same space. This is produces a margin of separation. Our margin of separation low dimensional space में हो या multi-dimensional space में, उससे भी higher dimensional space में हो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? All you need is to separate them. Now, if I can somehow project it onto a high dimensional space, they do become linearly separable. Okay, so this is how it handles non-linearly separable data. Third interesting point about it is it converts a constrained optimization problem. तो हम देखेंगे क्यों constrained optimization problem है. It's an optimization problem because the margin of separation is being maximized. And there are certain constraints also. Can anybody guess what will be those constraints? अभी जितना मैंने explain किया उससे. ना? Okay, then we'll see later. Okay, so it is a optimize क्या हो रहा है? कंस्ट्रेंट्स नहीं तो ऑप्टिमाइज क्या हो रहा है ये बताओ. ऑप्टिमाइज मतलब मैक्सिमाइज या मिनिमाइज, वो क्या हो रहा है?
Ma'am, the distance between
Yeah,
the
the margin
point.
of separation.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am, margin of separation.
the distance between the shortest distance between the support vectors of opposite polarity. So it's a constrained optimization problem. So it converts a constrained optimization problem to a dual problem, which is easier to solve. Now, easier to solve मतलब क्या हुआ? अभी तक जो हमारे optimization problems थे curve fitting techniques में, तो वो क्या था? How did we solve it? By gradient descent? Weights को learn किया. तो अब हम देखते हैं कि how we make it into a dual form which is different. So in this constraint optimization, the way our approach is such that it depends only on the number of examples and not on the dimensionality of the kernel space. Yani W1, W2, W3, these represent the various dimensions. इनके dimensionality पर नहीं depend करता है. It will depend only on the number of training examples. So we will see how that is done. But that's another interesting converts our normal constraint optimization problem, which we tackled essentially with the help of gradient descent, into a dual form that is easier to solve.
Ma'am, but earlier we said that for non-linear features, ma'am, we would increase the dimension, but then now we are saying that it is not dependent on the dimensions.
That's the dual part of it. So we'll come to it.
Okay, ma'am.
We will come to it. Okay. That's why it's easier to solve. And then, of course, it will, like any other machine learning technique, it will have a regularization parameter also to relax the optimization constraints for non-separable data. Complex है तो ओवरफिट नहीं, आपको पता ही है, नॉन सेपरेबल है यानी कॉम्प्लेक्स है तो ओवरफिटिंग के चांसेस होंगे. तो उसको रिलैक्स करने के लिए You use a regularization parameter. Okay. Now let's take an example. तो ये है आपके examples of a picnic. वही humidity, temperature, and go for picnic, do not go for picnic and all that. ठीक है, तो ये हुआ है. And linear support vector machines. So we have these data points which belong to the space of real numbers, and the y's are assumed to be -1 and +1. मतलब जो दो polarity, so it's a binary classifier basically. Okay, and let's assume that one of them is plus and the other is -1. अब once again, lines possible हैं, as you know, there are many lines of separation which are possible, and just we discussed that uh, all these lines are possible, and our aim is to find a hyperplane such that the line WTX जो आप कह रहे थे, that the equation of a line can be represented as W transpose dot X, so the dot product of the weight vectors and the X plus B is equal to 0. So this is the equation of a plane. This is the equation of a plane. So X, W is a vector, X is a vector, and we find the dot product. Okay. And our aim is to find a hyperplane, and obviously you have to take the transpose. So our aim is to find such a distinct jiska sign. So this is the sine function, not the signum function. So sine of this fx is equal to sine of hyperplane fx is equal to sine of this, that correctly classifies our data. यानी एक साइड पे प्लस होगा तो दूसरे साइड पे माइनस होगा. यानी positive examples are separated from the negative examples. So this we have already discussed in simpler words. Now let's see which hyperplane. So this is our hyperplane. एक हमने बीच में hyperplane दिखाया है, और ये positive support vectors का hyperplane है, और ये negative support vectors का hyperplane है. Now what is the equation of this line? W dot x plus b is equal to 0. ठीक है, ये इस इक्वेशन का लाइन है. W dot x W T नहीं लिखा उसने, डजेंट मैटर, डॉट प्रोडक्ट मतलब ट्रांसपोज ही तो होगा. अगर डॉट नहीं लिखूं, मल्टीप्लीकेशन लिखूं, तो it is actually, you can just write it as WT multiplied by x, but actually it is dot product. So we show it as dot product without writing the transpose per se. तो W dot x plus b is equal to 0 is the equation of this margin of separation. अब ये सपोर्ट वेक्टर्स है, राइट, ये सपोर्ट वेक्टर्स है, तो ऑब्वियस है कि यहाँ इसके इस तरफ all will be positive and इसके इस तरफ all will be negative. But we are talking only of the support vectors, okay, the nearest points, or without loss of generalization, we can just say that this equation, any point on this line, on H1 or H2, अगर हम इसके इक्वेशन में डालते हैं, इस हाइपरप्लेन के इक्वेशन में डालते हैं, so it will be +1 or greater than +1 here, -1 and greater than less than -1 here. So Wi dot x plus b, taking any point xi on this hyperplane, H1 hyperplane. तो H1 hyperplane में अगर हम कोई भी पॉइंट ले और उसको इस लाइन के इक्वेशन में डाल दें, then this will be greater than plus or equal to +1. For the positive examples and for the negative examples. ठीक है.
Ma'am, just one small doubt, ma'am. The distance here is the Euclidean distance, right?
हाँ, yeah, the shortest distance. Yes.
So can we take something else like Minkowski distance or Manhattan or something like that? Or it's to be
मैनहट्टन हम क्यों ले? मैनहट्टन हमें बस any point on this line and any point of this line, we are not to traverse these. मैनहट्टन वगैरह का सवाल तो तब होता है when we are going to traverse multiple points.
No, I'm just asking that does it only have to be Euclidean or it can be something else also?
No, graphically जिस तरह से है, it is Euclidean only, and we are going to use the Euclidean norm only.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है. So D plus is the shortest distance to the closest positive point and D minus is the shortest distance to the closest negative point and the margin of separation is D plus D minus. ठीक है? Just a sec. Okay. तो this is the distance D plus D minus और इसको solve करना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. We want to calculate bigger margin actual height that choose support vector in such an intelligent manner कि ये distance maximum रहे. Now we know that distance from a point to a line is given by this formula. ये equation of line है ax plus by plus c. For example, अगर 2 dimension में so this is y को आप x ही मान लो. This y is not labeled, तो इसमें confused मत होना. This is just the equation of a line in terms of x and y. We are talking of the feature space only in terms of x's. Y is the label. तो confuse मत करना please. So मान लो ये x1 है, मान लो वो x2 है. ax1 plus x2 मान लो. To clear that confusion, हालांकि इसमें y यूज किया हुआ है. Because generally हम line के equation में xy मानते हैं. So this is given by this formula. अगर ये है और ये point है, so what we do is we put this point on the line and take its mod and then we take square root the distance vector a square plus b square under root. So a square, for example, अगर बाकी में x and y हम मानते हैं तो this is y is equal to mx plus b. So this is dy into x plus dx into y plus c is equal to 0. Okay. C में भी वो आएगा dy आएगा. Okay. So this is the equation of the line. And the distance from this point to the line is given by this. ठीक है. So the distance between the perpendicular distance between the hyperplane we are seeking and h1 is nothing but the equation of the line wx plus b, where x is a point on h1. W dot x plus b ka mod divided by this distance, which is the Euclidean norm. This is the Euclidean norm. As you can see, a square plus b square under root. Okay. And the distance between h1 and h2 is therefore 2 by this. Similarly, यहाँ पे होगा a point here. So you can easily see that ये 2 वो होगा. So our equation here was given here. यहाँ पे था ना. So this was our equation and so support vector के लिए x into wt plus b. wt पहले ले लेते हैं. फिर हमें wt ही लेना है तो wt पहले लेते हैं. Oh God, wait a second. Okay. So wt x plus b is equal to 1, where x is a point on that h1 line now. So x is equal to 1 minus b divided by wt. Likewise, wt ये x1 ले लो, some perpendicular point. x2 is equal to minus 1. For the negative line, for h2 line, it will be minus 1 minus b divided by wt. Oh, sorry, ये wt तब आएगा जब x1 हो. Wait a second, so I'll have to. Yeah. So therefore ये आप लोग खुद भी कर सकते हो, x2 इज इक्वल टू -1 माइनस b डिवाइडेड बाय WT। और इन दोनों का जो डिस्टेंस है दैट यू नो इज x1 माइनस x2, x1 माइनस x2 होगा, राइट? सो वी कैन जस्ट x1 माइनस x2 जो टोटल डिस्टेंस है, x1 माइनस x2 का मॉड विल नाउ बी इक्वल टू, ये b कैंसिल हो जाएगा and this will be 2 by WT. Okay. So we can write it as 2 by this, 2 by Euclidean norm. Okay. So this is what we get as a distance. Now this is interesting because now we have to maximize the distance between h1 and h2, which is the same as saying we now have to minimize this Euclidean norm W double bars. Safe. Won't go further now. How do I get rid of this? ओके, तो ये मेरा रहा, ऑलराइट। सो नाउ यू सी दैट आई हैव गॉट अ कंस्ट्रेंड ऑप्टिमाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम। अब मेरा कंस्ट्रेंड ऑप्टिमाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम इज टू मिनिमाइज दिस यूक्लिडियन नॉर्म W डबल बार, ये मुझे मिनिमाइज करना है। एंड व्हाट द कंस्ट्रेंट्स इन इट? कंस्ट्रेंट्स इसकी इसके इन दोनों के बीच में कोई पॉइंट नहीं होना चाहिए। So I have to choose maximize the margin of separation, which means the closest points should be as far as possible. So which means there are no more points in between these two. तो इस margin of space में इस margin में और कोई point नहीं होना चाहिए. Which means these constraints. Wi
Ma'am,
dot
your
x.
screen is not visible.
अच्छा, okay, अच्छा, वो मैंने escape कर दिया तो वो हो गया. Okay, 1 second. ठीक है। So what I was saying is कि ये W नॉट डबल बार इसको हमें मिनिमाइज करना है, so that the optimization part of it, and the constraints are there should be no data points in between these support vectors. तो ये वाला जो स्पेस है ये empty होना चाहिए, which is the same as saying that xi dot W plus B is greater than equal to 1, यानी इस लाइन के ऊपर या उधर होना चाहिए। एंड लाइकवाइज फॉर नेगेटिव एग्जांपल्स इस लाइन के ऊपर या इधर होना चाहिए। दोज आर द कंस्ट्रेंट्स जो आप कह नहीं पाए थे। व्हाट आर कंस्ट्रेंट्स? मैंने बोला था ना, मैक्सिमाइज द डिस्टेंस का मतलब यह है कि आपकी कंस्ट्रेंट्स है कि इन दोनों के बीच में कोई डेटा पॉइंट नहीं होनी चाहिए। वैसे तो इफ यू सी दिस actual plane of separation, that is W dot x plus b is equal to 0. So here it will be anything greater than 0, here it will be anything less than 0. But now we are constraining it. Our data point should necessarily be greater than equal to +1 or less than equal to -1. And of course, these can be combined together as yi into xi dot w is greater than 1 because yi is positive एक के लिए, दूसरे के लिए negative है. So that's not important. That's just another way of expressing it. So that's what makes it a constrained optimization problem. The optimization is minimize W, Euclidean norm of W, and the constraints are all these equations. आपके पास जितने training examples है, यहाँ xi क्या है? xi are the training examples. xi, yi are the training examples है. आपके पास जितने भी training examples है, उनको अगर उस plane of separation में डाला जाए, they either will be greater than equal to 1 or less than equal to -1. Nothing else. So positive examples के लिए ये, negative examples के लिए ये. These are the constraints. Okay. So now we'll see that this is the distance is 2 by W naught. We already saw that. We have seen that this is the distance, and we have the training data xi, yi, and this is the equation of the plane of separation. Okay, the optimal plane के लिए मैंने not use किया है, तो W naught transpose x plus b, W naught transpose into x plus b is equal to 0. ठीक है. So our objective function can also be written as half of WTW, which is the distance, right? Half of WTW should be minimized. ये है. Distance is 2 by W naught, okay? तो W naught whole bar को हम WT into W भी कह सकते हैं. All right. So when we take the Euclidean norm, square root भी आता है. Square root अगर नहीं हो तो it will just be WTW. Okay. So this must be this must be minimized to maximize the distance of separation. ठीक है? And the constraints to be fulfilled are this: yi into w xi plus b should be wt xi plus b should be greater than equal to 1. तो ये मेरा constraint है मिनिमाइज करने के लिए, और ये मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव है मिनिमाइज करने के लिए, और ये मेरे ऑब्जेक्टिव कंस्ट्रेंट्स है. Now when I describe an optimization problem in terms of an objective function and some constraints, then I can combine them using Lagrange multipliers alpha. So ये constraints क्या है? ये by the very name constraints, what do you mean? What does it show? It shows how difficult it is to achieve those, how difficult it is to achieve that optimization. इसको minimize करना कितना मुश्किल होगा, given that you have to fulfill these constraints. So if I combine them, I can actually combine them with the help of some multipliers called Lagrange multipliers. ये मेरे constraints थे, ठीक है? And in दोनों को combine करके I get a function j, which is now something that depends not only on the weight vector and the bias, but also it depends upon these Lagrange multipliers that we have newly introduced, alpha. तो ये पूरा equation depends upon 3 design parameters. xi given है, yi given है, x and y given है, training data से आ रहा है. बाकी w's are the weight vectors, b is the bias, and alpha we have introduced as a Lagrange multiplier. और अब हमें इस पूरे चीज को ऑप्टिमाइज करना है, इसको करना है मिनिमाइज, इनफैक्ट इसको करना है मैक्सिमाइज. बीइंग एन ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन और बीइंग एन ऑब्जेक्टिव, ऑब्वियसली आप ऑब्जेक्टिव मतलब देयर समथिंग व्हिच पुल्स इट अप, देयर समथिंग व्हिच पुल्स इट डाउन, एंड ओवरऑल यू हैव टू मिनिमाइज इट और मैक्सिमाइज इट. तो ओवरऑल आपको यहाँ पे मिनिमाइज करना पड़ेगा, जिसमें ये मिनिमाइज करो, इसको मैक्सिमाइज करो, एंड इन ईदर केस वी हैव टू डिफरेंशिएट इट. ठीक है? तो this equation gives a sort of a cost function, if you like to put it that way. For the first time, we have combined an objective function with the constraints using Lagrange multipliers. अब क्वेश्चन इज Lagrange multipliers क्या है, इनको कैसे फाइंड आउट करना है? Does it make the whole thing easy or does it make the whole thing difficult? So we will see that. तो इसको अगर ऑप्टिमाइज करना है, हमने मैक्सिमाइज करना है, इनफैक्ट जे को मिनिमाइज करना है, सॉरी, जे को मिनिमाइज करना है. So I minimize it with respect to 2 variables, w and b. Obviously, these are the design parameters. These talk about the curve. So these are the design parameters. So what happens when I differentiate this with respect to w? तो ये w बन गया, और यहाँ पे अल्फा आई वाई आई इंटू एक्स हो गया w के साथ. ठीक है? And that becomes equal to 0. So W is equal to alpha I yi into xi. ये एक इक्वेशन बना है. So when I differentiate this with respect to W, what I get is W is equal to x alpha I xi yi yi and xi का summation. So summation alpha I yi xi. So remember, I'm introducing as many alphas as there are number of training examples. जितने training examples हैं सबके लिए, सारे ट्रेनिंग एग्जाम्पल्स के लिए कंस्ट्रेंट्स फुलफिल होना जरूरी है. एज आई सेड, ऑल द ट्रेनिंग एग्जाम्पल्स शुड बी ईदर ऑन दैट साइड ऑफ H1 और दिस साइड ऑफ H2. ठीक है, तो जितने ट्रेनिंग एग्जाम्पल्स है सबके लिए वो कंस्ट्रेंट्स होना जरूरी है, तभी आप इंश्योर कर सकते हो कि बीच में कोई ट्रेनिंग एग्जाम्पल नहीं है. तो हर एक के लिए मैंने एक अल्फा आई लैग्रैंज मल्टीप्लायर यूज कर लिया, सारों को ऐड कर दिए, सारे कंस्ट्रेंट्स ऐड कर दिए. And this complete compendium of addition sort of fights with the minimization problem. Okay. तो आपके पास ये इक्वेशन आया when I differentiate with respect to W, and then when I differentiate it with respect to B, तो क्या आएगा? सिर्फ अल्फा आई वाई आई ये आएगा. ठीक है, सिर्फ अल्फा आई वाई आई का समेशन आएगा. So that will be set to 0. That is the second equation, alpha I yi equal to 0. Now these are interesting equations. This tells me what will be the equation of the line in terms of the training examples xi and yi and the Lagrange multipliers that I have introduced. What will be the W? इससे पहले हम W को find करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे by calculating the local gradient and solving that equation. तो हम बार बार वो हम numerical method से कर रहे थे. We were trying to have a delta W every time. ठीक है, till it converged. यहाँ पे क्या करें? We are directly describing W in terms of the Lagrange multipliers and the training examples. And then we also know that summation of alpha I and yi की क्या value हो सकती है? What will be the values of yi? ट्रेनिंग एग्जाम्पल से yi के लेबल्स के क्या वैल्यूज हमने अज्यूम किए?
-1 and +1.
या
Positive and negative, +1
इधर
minus.
या इधर +1 और -1 यही हमने अज्यूम किया था. लेबल्स को हमने +1 -1 ही अज्यूम किया था because we want to show it graphically. So you see this equation tells me that the algebraic sum of all the Lagrange multipliers alpha should be equal to 0. तो जितने डेटा पॉइंट्स हैं उनके अपने अपने अल्फाज हैं और उनका algebraic sum should be equal to 0. तो ये दो मेरे इक्वेशंस आते हैं. ठीक है, obvious है कि at the saddle point, minimum point पे all these constraints become, each of these constraints become 0. So the minimization problem will actually only the first term will remain. So and half of WTW is equal to 0. But we are not talking of that right now. तो वो सिर्फ saddle point में है. Right now what we do is 1 and 2 जो हमें मिले हैं, that we substitute back into this place. And now I want, instead of me hand holding you and मैंने इन स्लाइड्स में नहीं दिखाया, आई वांट टू अवॉइड डूइंग इट माई सेल्फ. आप लोग खुद करें. आई विल कॉल यू ईदर रैंडमली और वन ऑफ यू कैन वॉलंटियर एंड शो मी द कैलकुलेशंस. तो ये दो इक्वेशंस जब हम यहाँ पे वो करेंगे, सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे W के लिए और अल्फा आई वाई आई को कंसिडर करेंगे, तो अल्फा आई वाई आई कहाँ पे आया? यहाँ पे आया. सो आई कैन नाउ टेक W को मैं यहाँ substitute कर सकती हूँ in the first term. In the first term, I can substitute for W. W happens to be summation of alpha I, yi and xi. All right. तो मैं यहाँ पे what I'll do is wi को मैं W को substitute कर रही हूँ summation of alpha I, yi and xi. और अब ये second term के साथ combine करो. सेकेंड टर्म में भी अल्फा आई वाई आई एक्स आई एंड डब्ल्यू टी आया है, बिल्कुल इसी की तरह डब्ल्यू टी भी है और बाकी ये है. सो फर्स्ट टर्म एंड सेकेंड टर्म मिलकर क्या बन जाएंगी? दिस इज half of WT summation of alpha I yi xi, and this is minus summation of xi yi WT and xi x. तो इसका x vector मतलब xi ले लो. So now tell me what will be the total of these two terms. Minus half of alpha I yi xi WT. यार ये दोनों एक ही तो हैं. यहाँ हाफ लगा है, यहाँ -1 लगा है, तो माइनस हाफ आ जाएगा. करके देखो. So I'll just give you these hints. So first term and second term will combine together when you substitute the first equation there, and you get minus half of this alpha I yi WT x. अब हम थर्ड टर्म में आते हैं. थर्ड टर्म इज अल्फा आई वाई आई बी. बी बाहर आ जाएगा बिकॉज इट्स अ कांस्टेंट. तो अल्फा आई वाई आई एंड अल्फा आई वाई इज 0. तो ये सेकंड टर्म 0. ये सेकंड इक्वेशन टेल्स दैट दिस इज 0. सो द थर्ड टर्म गोज अवे इन एनी केस, एंड द लास्ट टर्म इज द समेशन ऑफ ऑल द अल्फास. माइनस माइनस मिलकर के प्लस हो जाएगा. So the last term is plus summation of all the alphas. Now can you write this equation in term completely जो भी आ रहा है? नहीं. So when you get that equation, उसमें WT को फिर substitute करो. Now WT is nothing but इसका transpose, alpha I yi xi का transpose. And since it now this will lead to a double summation, क्योंकि already एक बाहर summation है, अंदर एक और summation है, तो उस summation को substitute करते हुए confusion avoid करने के लिए I की जगह पे J ले लो. J is equal to 1 to n alpha j yj xj. ठीक है, WT में. तो now I'll end up with a double summation. ठीक है. And now can you write the equation completely after completely eliminating W's? Okay, who will show me the calculations?